This video is sponsored by Loop 8. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that hackers can easily hack you, and then I'm going to show you a tool that I use that protects you from 92% of hacks when a criminal does have your password. And what I'm going to show you is easy. Anybody can use it. You don't have to be super technologically savvy. Even my dad can use this. But let's get to the 4 ways that hackers hack your passwords. And I know the keyboard ninja warrior nerds out there are going to be like, oh my gosh, Jason, you're sharing stuff that criminals are going to know. No, the criminals already know this. What I'm going to show you is how to protect yourself from the criminals and make sure that your privacy, your identity, your bank account, your credit cards, all that stuff, your social security number doesn't get hacked. Okay, so what is the first way? Well, it's an old school way. The very first way that criminals hack your passwords is simply guessing. They do research on you. They do recon on you. I'm a former CIA officer, and before you go after somebody, what do? You do surveillance on them. You do research on them. You do a deep dive. You know everything about that person. Well, criminals can simply go to your Facebook post and say, oh, they went to, I'm trying to think of a university. They went to Alabama. Oh, their favorite ice cream cone is Ben & Jerry's fish food or whatever. And they can simply do guessing and use their programs and say, okay, we found their birthday because they put their birthday on Facebook. Is it their birthday? Is it the word password, which yes, is still far too many passwords? Is it the high school they went to? Is it the college? All that kind of stuff. So criminals use guessing, which is obviously why you should not use anything they could guess. If you're going to use a password, it should be something that does not tie back to you. It should be the world's most random string of words, letters, numbers, all that kind of stuff. Nothing to do with anything. Like, I like guns. I like knives. My password is not going to be, I love guns and knives. Would not be a good idea. Okay, so that's the number 1 way you get hacked. What is the number 2 way you get hacked? It is harvesting. So what is harvesting? Well, one way is putting a keylogger on your computer. So maybe you've got a crazy ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, crazy ex-husband, ex-wife, and they put a keylogger, and then you type, and it gathers all your information, so that now they know all your passwords. They can harvest all that kind of stuff. Now, if somebody doesn't have direct access to your computer, what do? Well, they send you a phishing email, and it's your Nigerian uncle who wants to give you $50 million, and he says, just fill out this form or just click here. Or phishing, in all seriousness, it might be a bank email or something that looks like it comes from the IRS or the US Post Office or whatever it is. Anyway, and then people put in their information, they fall for that scam, and now the criminal's able to harvest your information, hack you, start going down that rabbit hole of accessing a bunch of different personal privacy information and all that. So, as we all know, do not fall when the IRS sends you an email because, as we all know, they send you letters. So what is number 3? Number 3 is cracking. What in the heck is cracking? Well, hackers, as we know, will hack a large database. I'm trying to think, was it Experian? They got hacked. Home Depot got hacked. Pretty much every large company we've heard of over the last few years has been hacked. And then they've got millions of email addresses, millions of passwords, all that kind of stuff. And then the criminals have access to it and they can go do horrible bad things. So that is why you've obviously got to be careful, because even if you do everything right, meaning even if you never click on your Nigerian uncle's phishing email, even if you don't have a crazy ex-husband or ex-wife who's put a keylogger or any of that kind of stuff, even if you've done everything right, because these companies get hacked all the time and these criminals are able to crack it, well, I'm trying to think what true story, I had kidney stone surgery twice. I had to get anesthesia, and I got a letter from the anesthesiologist company or whoever ran it, the anesthesia company, that said, hey, by the way, our database was hacked, your information was stolen. Like, from the last thing in the world. Again, it's not like it was a bank or it was Experian, one of the credit bureaus. It was my anesthesia company for my kidney stone surgery, which is why I have the protections in place that I do and what I'm going to talk to you about here in a minute. Okay, number 4. I guess I could hold up. This is my kid's number 4. This is the real number 4. Okay, number 4 is spraying. So what is spraying? Spraying is when one of your accounts gets hacked. It could be something like a school account or your DoorDash account or whatever, and it ends up on the dark web, right? So now you have this one account for, again, just use DoorDash or whatever, and they have your information. It's on the dark web. Well, then they start spraying and praying and checking all your other accounts. So they do research on you and say, well, they probably have an Amazon account. They probably have a Netflix account. They probably have a Bank of America, an American Express. And since many people use the same login information across all the accounts, even though they only have your DoorDash and they know your password is 12345, which hopefully it isn't, well, now they're going to go use it for American Express and Bank of America and Amazon, and now they are spraying and praying and having access to all of your accounts because you weren't using various passwords, which we all know we should do. So all those ways are obviously very dangerous. Those are 4 ways that criminals hack you. So how do you stop it? What do? You want to go to passwordless protection. Here's what I mean. So there's this company, they're called Loop 8, and they're a personal privacy controller. You've probably never heard that term before. I get it, but it's what you want to use to make sure you're hyper secure and to make sure that you're not getting hacked. Even the well-known password protectors you have where you put everything in one password, well, they still use a master password. So if somebody hacks that master password, now they've got your 500 other passwords, which obviously is not good. So Loop 8, it is to be designed and controlled by you as the user. So it's not, again, in some super fancy ninja cloud like you get hacked by Experian or Home Depot and all your information is there, and nothing is sent to the Loop 8 servers or clouds, as I just mentioned. So the data is 100% in your hands, which is why I like it and very important when it comes to personal safety and password protection. Pretty much all the other platforms out there put your data somewhere in a server that can be accessed by hackers, and it's happened. It's also anonymous, so they're not asking for your name, your address, your gender, your firstborn and all that kind of stuff. Just a name and a phone number to get set up, and of course you don't have to give them your real number, meaning you can set up another email address through somewhere else. You can get a Google Voice or whatever phone number you want to get, not your cell phone, all that kind of stuff. It has the ability to use a cloud, but it's your own personal cloud, and it is passwordless. So I know a lot of people like,
what does that mean? What is that?
Well, it's what the wave of the future is, and it's actually a good wave because most of us can't remember all our passwords, or we have people, I have a relative, when you go to his house, his passwords are printed out from his printer and just like lying around his house. I'm like, why are you doing this? If anybody comes by your house, like a plumber, an electrician, somebody dishonest, your passwords are literally on a computer sheet of paper for the whole world to see. Do not do that. So what does it mean to be passwordless? It means your passwords only live on your device and they can only be accessed on your devices through biometrics. It uses facial recognition to confirm that it's you and no one else. Also, you don't need a master password, as I mentioned. So if the master password were to get hacked, all your other passwords get hacked. So passwordless is a good thing. Think of it this way: I'm a former CIA officer. I'll give you a very corny Hollywood thing. As I just said, if they figure out your master password, they have everything. But think of a passwordless password of some super secret vault in a spy movie, and the only way to get in there is when they scan the president's eyeball or whatever to get into the vault, right? That's basically what this is, what we're talking about here. Okay, so here's how you use this passwordless protection that you're going to want to use. First, you want to go to the Loop 8 website. The link is in the description. Click on that link. When you click on that link, you're going to see the download, because you've got to download it, because remember, this is not on some server or anywhere. It's going to be on your device. So you click to download it, and let me get that downloaded for this demo we're doing. Okay, once you're downloaded, it's going to say step 1, and it says scan to download and install the Loop 8 app. I'm going to scan right here with the phone. All right, as soon as you scan it, you just want to download the app to your phone. Piece of cake. We're going to do that right now. Click that. All right, so once you download it, then it's going to be the screen. You're going to obviously download it on your phone. It's going to use your phone's built-in biometric capabilities. So do you want them to allow them to use your face? Yes. All right, so you got the app. You've allowed it to use your biometrics. So we're going there. It's going to send you a code just to verify. So you can check the code, make sure everything's good. It gives you your registration code. So I'm going to pop that in there right now. So once you're in, it'll ask you to download the Chrome extension, or you can download Safari or whatever you want, and then you're pretty much good to go. So here's what you're going to see when you're on there. It's got a bunch of different options. One is the MySafe digital storage, so you can lock down any sensitive files you have on your device. So on your computer, anything, especially if you travel overseas and have your computer on the Chinese or the French also, who love to hack, is it allows you to securely lock down any sensitive files on your computer. You're going to see secure notes, which is an area where you can store pins, account numbers, codes in a very private encrypted space. You'll see privacy mate, so it'll alert you if your data is found on the dark web. So if somebody's trying to hack you, if your email address is used for something nefarious or whatever it is, you're going to get an alert for that. And then there's something called My Tech Person. Obviously, there's a lot of people who are not tech savvy, and it allows you to assign a trusted contact to help you set up and manage your account. So maybe you have your parents who are using this, which is great, but they don't want to deal with any of the tech stuff, even though it's not that hard. They can assign you and you can help them, but you also get alerts, meaning if somebody's trying to hack their information on the dark web, you get alerted so you know something's going on and you can help take care of it. Let's see what else. Very cool. You get, and I like this part, when you sign up, they give you 7 other licenses. So you get 8 licenses total. That way you have yours and then 7 others so you can give away to friends and family. And me, who's got a wife and 7 kids, appreciates that because I have a big family. And just because I like you guys, I asked Luke Loop 8 to give my audience an additional 30 days for free to try them out. So not only will you get your first 14 days free when you use code JASON30, but you will get an additional 30 days for free on top of that. Just click the link in the description and use code JASON30 to try them out. And because I just showed you 4 of the ways the hackers can easily hack you, there's obviously more than that. You've got to take your online privacy very seriously. So give Loop 8 a try and make sure, obviously, you're also using common sense when you're on the computer. I'm former CIA officer Jason Hanson. Stay safe.